day, YouTube. Today's topic is I know that we live in a society where debt is normal, and I'll explain what that is in just a moment. But the title and the message of this is debt should not be normal. Here's what I'm talking about. It is normal, it's usual that people have debt, whether it's credit card debt or a car payment. Of course, some people are going to have a mortgage, and that's understandable. When I was 18, 19, 20, that's what I got into. The normal. That's when you can have your credit card. I got a credit card. I think my limit was $500, and it was just a matter of time before it was maxed out because I was focused on if I can afford the minimum payment. That's what credit is for, so you can go out there and get what you want. So when I moved out into my first apartment at the age of 19, where I lived by myself, I financed a phone, a telephone, a landline, a home phone. And it was $100. I bought it at Circuit City. And what I did is it had an answering machine because I was either at school or work. And if somebody called and I wasn't there, I'd get the message when I'd return home. So I would pay maybe $15 a month, and it took me, 6, 7, 8 months or so to pay it off. I jumped right into that normal being in debt, even if it was only $100. A few years later, I bought my real nice bed. I think I spent for $450. Exact same thing. Credit. Or your car. And now, I'm not going to say that I've never had a car payment. In fact, I used to have a car payment. But today, in 2019, what I'm noticing is that some people have car payments of $500, $600, and that is insane every single month. At 17, I jumped right into a car payment, $219.31 for 5 years, and it was financed, a brand new car. It wasn't even under my name because I wasn't 18 yet. Eventually, I changed it under my name. And the most expensive car payment that I've had with my family was $309, and that was a few years ago. And now, as you grow older and learn, hopefully you're like, nah, I don't want to have a car payment, and I don't, because cars depreciate, and that takes up a lot of our pay. So I was never taught about finances in the sense that invest, stay out of debt, have your emergency fund. I was normal in my late teens, early 20s. And because of that, I was fortunate enough to learn, but I did what most people do, which is have debt, be in debt. And I'm not a financial counselor anymore. I used to be for 6 years. So I've seen a lot. I still hear a lot because I work in a center where we have financial counselors, and their office is right next to mine. So I see and I hear a lot. And for the most part, nothing's changed except for the faces. You still hear of service members or civilians who are having those financial struggles. And why do I talk about this over and over and over? It's because I told my wife last night, people aren't interested in these topics for the most part. If I can reach 5 people where they get that seed planted about being financially smart, or I water that seed that perhaps is already there, I am the happiest person. Especially the young people. If the young people who are watching this who haven't made those mistakes, my message to you would be to learn from watching others. I say that a lot because I've learned from watching others, but I've also made my own mistakes that looking back, I wish I would have been like, no, I wish I wouldn't have done that. But that's how we learn, and that is human nature, and nobody's perfect. No one is perfect. Don't try to be perfect because you won't get there. I will never get there. So learn from watching others, ask questions, make your adjustments. Of course, do what's best for you because in the end, everybody is completely different and has a completely different situation. If you're in debt right now, I've been there too. I was in debt, and I could tell you that I didn't like it because when I would get paid, my money would go to this company and that company and that company. Whereas now I get to keep it and say, what do we have to do? What are our expenses? And this is coming from someone who is 100% debt free. In other words, what my talk, I walk. And it's not to show off. It's taken a lot of hard work. It's taken time. It's taken adjustments. That is the good news, because I'm still young, and I have a lot of ideas and plans for the future, and one of them is to give as well. Dave Ramsey says, live like no one else, so later you can live and give like no one else. And I truly believe that. And it doesn't have to always be financial, where we give financial. It could be a video like this, or it could be a Dave Ramsey class, or it could be mentoring someone. And you can do that today. I guarantee you that you have a gift, a talent, where you can share with someone else, because I truly believe that we all have talents. And not everybody's going to like the topic of finances, but here's the thing. Finances will always be an important part of your life, young, old, rich, or poor, because that's something that we have to deal with every single day of our lives in one way or the other. Debt is normal, but debt should not be normal. Stay out of debt or get out of debt. And of course, take it at your own pace, ask questions, learn, make those adjustments, and you will get to wherever you want to get. I guarantee it. Stay consistent. Don't make New Year's resolutions just in January. Whatever plan that you want to have, I don't care if it's August at 7 p.m., you start in August. I used to make New Year's resolutions. I don't anymore. So my point is, and the reason is, because if I think of something that I want to do, I'm not going to wait till January 1st for that resolution for me to put it into effect. I'm going to start it as soon as possible. I hope you do what's best for yourself. Have a great day.